Hey everybody, how you doing? Charles Callahill here, your professor for English 1010 distance learning. So this video, I'm just going to quickly walk through the syllabus, the class, and just everything we're basically doing this semester. All right, so here is our homepage. Get started. You have my just brief welcome video here. And what I'm going to do right now is pull up the syllabus and walk through that. So right here is the syllabus. Open that up. All right. 1010-609 distance learning. There's my name, Charles Kell. My email address there. Get out of here. So email me if you have any questions about the class or anything. Office hours. You can also email me if you want to meet through Zoom or in person. Just let me know. Course description. The purpose of this course is to enable students to write fluent, accurate, and effective essays, including research and documentation assignments. The class is distance learning, remote asynchronous, which means we will not be meeting. I'll be posting videos that walk the class through the lessons and assignments. It's your responsibility to watch and take notes on these videos. Even though we are not meeting, the course syllabus will structure the class based on Tuesdays and Thursdays. This will help you guide where you should be and when you should be completing the assignments and readings and all that stuff. Everything will be located on our Blackboard site. Because this class is remote asynchronous, it is your job to keep up with readings, work, and basically what's going on in the class. You need to be proficient and comfortable navigating Blackboard. If at any of the time during the semester you feel lost, or if you want to work on and cover additional topics, it's your job to let me know. The entire class and readings will be available on weekly sessions on our Blackboard page. So that's the second link down here. I'll pull that up in a moment after the syllabus. Here are the learning outcomes for the course. This is what we'll have accomplished. If we don't do these things, I will have failed you miserably. Follow the writing process and principles in various assignments. Standard English grammar and mechanics. Adapt a writing style that aids and enhances communication. Apply critical thinking skills to all steps of process writing and to differentiate among inadequate, adequate, and superior presentation of ideas. Analyze, evaluate, and synthesize several valid sources of information to produce well-reasoned and original essays in accepted academic format. Examine and assess own and others' writing. Develop information literacy skills and research in writing. Research a topic with social, cultural, or historical implications to produce a 6 to 8 page research paper that integrates quoted and paraphrased material with MLA documentation. So that's what everything's going to lead up to the big paper here. Course materials and tools. There's no required textbook for this course. Readings and handouts will all be available on Blackboard, and I'll show you all those in a moment as well. Everything's gone Blackboard. No, don't use AI for the paper. If you use AI, you'll get a 0 for the assignment. I want us to really work on outlining, generating, coming up with our own ideas. There's the little note on AI. You know, there can be positive ways, I guess, you can use it. That'll be for down the road. I don't want us to rely or use that in this class. The policies here, this is basically for, a lot of these are for in-person classes. However, this first one's important. Email and professionalism. Let's be mindful of each other's time. We are having classes online, but this does not mean I'm free to answer email 24/7. Be sure to look on your Blackboard site, syllabus, and assignments before emailing me with questions regarding due dates, etc. Our work and assignments will be discussed during during the videos that I post on there. However, if you have a specific question, like if you're struggling coming up with the thesis statement, stuck with the paper, please email me that and we'll work on something. Read everything, emails, assignments, syllabus, etc. carefully. All right, here's what you're concerned about. Here's the big money, the grading policy breakdown. I always base my courses off of 1,000 points. It's easy to navigate your grade then. For example, you end up with 940 points, you get a 94%, right? So number one here, we are obviously not meeting and there's no attendance, but just if you're turning your work in on time, as long as you turn your work in on time, you get these 125 points, right? There's that. We have discussion boards. We have 4 discussion boards, and I'm going to go over those in a minute as well. Those are worth 50 points each, and that's 200 points. And then we have 4 papers. So that's it. 4 discussion boards and 4 papers. The discussion boards deal with each paper. Paper 1, 125 points. Paper 2, 150 points. Paper 3, 175. And the research paper, 225. The grades will be available on your papers with detailed comments through Microsoft Word track changes on Blackboard and posted in the gradebook. I want everyone to, your goal should be to get an A in class. So if you didn't get a grade you liked on a paper, you can revise and resubmit. Now, I don't have time to look at everybody's rough draft. However, your paper, you can resubmit that with any comments and get this grade, get whatever grade you want. So that's how that's going to work. There's the grade range. And here's the class schedule. Now, this is a 7-week class, so everything comes really, really fast. So it's important and imperative to stay on top of things and not fall behind. Week 1, paper 1 handout, syllabus introduction, watch the videos on Blackboard. I have these page numbers here that I want you to look at and read, and I'll show you those in a second. This is how the course is structured. So you see these weekly breakdown here. Paper 1's due February 3rd. Paper 2 handout. Paper 2 due. Oh, get out of here. This thing. Paper 2 due. Paper 3, and so on and so forth. So that's our weekly schedule, weekly breakdown. And if you go back to our homepage, you will see how it's mirrored here. So weekly sessions. So week 1. There's a syllabus. Here's a video on paper 1. There's the paper 1 handout. Here are the page numbers I want you to look at and read. I uploaded them from the book here. So this is just your basic textbook talking about the class, talking about everything. And these will help you with the papers and whatnot. So those are the page numbers I want you to look at. And this is week 1, paper 1. You see week 2, here's some stuff on introductions. Here's some stuff with writing papers and all this stuff here. And so the weekly sessions here mirror the weekly sessions here. So that's how that goes. And that's basically the class. So I have the videos with the papers and the handouts in our weekly sessions. I also have them under assignment. So if you look at our 4th link down, I have our papers. There's the video and the paper, and the video walks you how to turn in the paper too. Basically, you click on the paper, upload your document, and hit submit. So these are the 4 papers, the 4 assignments. Paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, paper 4. Now, a quick note, I made these videos about the papers in previous classes. So I might mention a date, or I might mention a couple dates in the videos that don't correspond, but just follow. So if you look at paper 1, it's due February 3rd. Just follow the due dates on the paper and you will be good. Quickly again as well, if you look at our discussion boards, we have 4 discussion boards. Here's a video where I walk through how to do those and turn those in, all that stuff. Again, you see I made the video a few years ago, but these are the dates for the discussion boards. Right here, the first discussion boards due Tuesday, January 27th, so it's a week. So you got that week from class starting, and you just go to our discussion boards here, click on that, create thread, and I want you to watch these videos, watch all these videos, formatting a paper, You have Google Docs and Microsoft Word. Then our friend Chelsea here has these really good videos on introductions, thesis statements, conclusion. Here's a paper on body paragraphs. You just answer these questions, right? Attach a Word doc, PDF, or MLA PDF in MLA style. Include the heading, page number, last name. What are the important elements of intro and thesis? What does MEAL stand for? What should a conclusion do? Remember, never, never, never start your conclusions in college with in conclusion. All right, we're not in 7th grade. So that's the discussion boards. You have 4 of them: January 27th, February 10th, February 17th, February 26th. There's also on our Blackboard toolbar here a lot of great stuff. Excuse me. MLA format, all this stuff with MLA format. All these videos with in-text citations and works cited. There's all this stuff here that'll help you about setting up a paper, narrowing your research topic, just a bunch of links and a bunch of videos on writing. So that's up here. But again, if anyone has any questions at all about the class, how it's set up, what we're working on, what we're doing, please email me and I'll be more than happy to meet you either through Zoom or in person. So that's just a quick setup of the class. Good luck, everybody.